Hello, this is your priest in charge, Alex Dyer, and I'm sitting here with Jason Foreman, parishioner at St. Thomas. And Jason, you did a group a couple months ago now. I've been meaning to get you on film here, talking about the Agile Church, which is a book by Dwight Shiley. Something called the Missional Church. Now, this Missional Church is fairly new to the Episcopal Church, and we are trying to figure out exactly what that means. So I was hoping to bring you here to give some insight on what you learned from reading the Agile Church and some characteristics of what you think a missional church is. For those who weren't able to make that meeting, can you clue us into what exactly are some aspects and characteristics of a missional church?
I think the missional church is, you have to be comfortable in the ambiguity of what a missional church is, because what you're doing is seeking out what the community wants from its church. So that's going to vary from community setting to community setting. So part of the action of trying to define what your missional church is to go out into your community, people who may not ever even walk into your church's doors, and find out what their expectation is from your church and within the community, and what they want, and what they see as the presence of the church within the community. But it requires us to go out and explore that by going into coffee shops around the corner, into dog parks or local recreational parks, and seeking out people and asking them what they want.
So it's less about us and just expecting that if we have a good liturgy or a good program, that people will come into our doors, and more getting outside of our own doors and seeing where people are.
Exactly. It's the church not relying on the kind of the church of the 1950s where people just walked into your doors automatically. It's not the add water and stir where you just have this instant church just because some church planner popped it up on a populous block. It's recognizing that our society is becoming less and less churched, and how to deal with that instead of expecting that it's 1950 all over again and people just walk in, and being comfortable with that.
So St. Thomas is at an interesting time right now,
right?
In the sense that we are outside of our building, worshiping in a different building, a temporary space, and I thought it was very appropriate that you chose this book to read at this time. So what are some things that we could learn, especially in this time as we prepare to enter into our new building? What lessons can we take from this book and apply right here, right now?
I think it's a great time to think about missional church, because missional church teaches you that you don't necessarily need a church building, that you can go into people's homes, or you can go into any open space and have a relationship with God and with Jesus. And so one thing we could do is have house church, where you have people come in and do Bible study, and it's maybe something that Episcopalians don't normally do, but missional church makes you kind of think outside the box. So it's gathering people in your homes and in other spaces, and doing church a little differently, and not necessarily liturgy per se, but fellowshipping, having hospitality, community, exactly.
Yeah. And I also think an aspect of Agile Church or missional church is the idea of all stuff doesn't have to come top down as well, in the sense of it's less centered on, the priest has a fabulous idea, which has been known to happen from time to time, but also in the sense that lay people and other church leadership have ideas. And I think I've seen a lot more of that during these recent months of, you popping up with some great ideas and other people with great ideas as well. So I would like to continue to encourage that we push each other, push our boundaries, push our comfort zones, including my own, around what it looks like to be church. So thank you for your time. Thank you for convening this wonderful book group. And if you want to talk more about missional church, Jason, I think, has no problem doing that. So feel free to contact him or contact us as we continue to explore what exactly this missional church is all about. Thanks for your time. Just also like to say a special prayer for all those in Texas and Louisiana who are experiencing all those torrential rains and everything that goes along with the hurricane and tropical storm. Please continue to keep them in your prayers. We will also be taking up a special collection for ERD, Episcopal Relief and Development, this Sunday as well as next Sunday for all the victims. So please bring your checkbooks, or you can also give online as well. See you. Well, I won't see you this Sunday, but I'll be on vacation. But I will see you next Sunday. Take care.